Hello everyone, good day. My name is Sheneni Tukura and I'm the CEO of WeberCoin Tech. I'm the project lead on WeberCoin. Now, WeberCoin is a social marketplace, building a social marketplace where we reward businesses and users for their engagement. Now, through our ads network, WeberHub, we are connecting businesses and customers on a never seen before scale, and customers will get rewarded for using the platform. Now, we have done our pre-sale, we have done our public sale, and sorry, we have done our done our pre-sale, we have done our private sale, and we are going to do our public sale on the 28th of July this month. I hope everybody will be participating, everybody will be involved. Hope to see all of you there. You can get more info on this on our website and our social media links. And with that, I say welcome to my Ask Me session. Ask me anything, and I'll answer you in the comment section. I can see a smiley face. That is a good question. Okay, we have questions coming in. What makes WeberCoin different from other social media platforms? Okay, and another question, what are USPs, user selling points? I hope that's what you're asking. Fine. What makes WeberCoin different from other social media platforms? So conventional social media platforms have a centralized system. Now, on our ads network, WeberHub, we plan to work on a decentralized system. We plan to work with rewards. We plan to work with community votes, and we also plan to use our ads network to work on a different customer-based improvement model, which we have tagged CBIM. Now, CBIM it helps customers know exactly how their ads should be targeted, where their ads should be targeted means that you don't just place an ad anywhere else. All these are services that we are attaching to our platform, which you won't get on conventional social media platforms and social marketplace platforms. Now, what is our user selling point? Right now, there is no marketplace or social media app that uses your immediate location to advertise. One of our first priorities is to get your neighbor to buy your product. You don't know who and what your neighbor needs at that specific time. And so we said, fine, why don't we tell your neighbor that you are selling shoes? I mean, if you're selling shoes, I mean, your neighbor should be the first person that should buy your shoes. Your neighbor should be the first person that will tell other people that you have shoes to sell and everything. And so our unique selling point is our immediate location, which gives us the edge over other social media platforms and other social marketplace platforms. I really like that question. And so I'm waiting for more questions apart from the smiling face that we started with. hope the network isn't causing these questions to come in late. Okay. For those of us interested in investing, what's the benefit for us? That's a very good question. Now, our ICO, which is where the investment part comes into this, our initial coin offering for those of you who don't know what that is where we want to take our platform to the next level. An ICO is crowdfunding, and crowdfunding of our platform of where we say, fine, we don't want to start this without the community. We don't want to start this without people who believe in us from the get-go. And so we say, fine, you don't need to have $10 million. You don't need to have $1 million to invest or start with us. You can have $100. You can have $50. And you say, fine, I'm putting in my $50 into this because I believe in your project. And because I believe in your project, when our token goes online, when it goes on an exchange, we know that it is going to increase in value. So investing that $50 right now can give you something greater in the future. Investing that $50 right now will give you something greater in the future because we believe in our project. We believe that no matter how small your contribution is to this project, it will actually reap rewards. The next question was, would you incorporate artificial intelligence in your application? That's very good as well. Now, yes, artificial intelligence is needed in this type of application because we need, we're going to collect data, we're going to collect figures, we're going to collect statistics, and we're not going to do that manually. Now, artificial intelligence will also help marketers, will also help businesses know people who like their products, people who respond better to their products, and to also help our community-based improvement model. This is going to help us help you know that this type of ad works better in this location, this type of ad works better in this location, and this type of ad is what you should actually focus on. It will also tell you how many people responded to your product, the type of product you also give to a certain location. All this is part of AI. The next question is Webacoin a high-risk investment? High-risk investment, I would say it depends on what you term high risk. High risk can be determined, you can say gold is high-risk investment. And for me personally, I would say Webacoin is not a high-risk investment. It's a no-brainer for me. I mean, look at our white paper, look at our light paper, look at our website, our team behind the product and everything, and look at the people involved. If those people are high risk, you can say it's high risk investment. But to me, I would say Webacoin is not a high risk investment. Webacoin is what we would call a safe, conscious, wise investment. And I'm not saying this just because the CEO or project lead, but because I've seen a lot of projects and I've seen a lot of people who create hype about different projects that are not what they are sold. Let me not go too much into that, but create a lot of hype into that, and they don't actually fulfill their creed or what they set out to do from the beginning. And second of all, the team behind the project as well. You also have to look at the team. If you look at the Webacoin team, you can see that there are respectable people who have come forward, put faces to the project, who have actually said, fine, we are going to do this, and we are being sincere about it. So it's not a high risk investment, I would say so. The next question is, can you explain the reward system of Webacoin? I like that. Now, the reward system of Webacoin goes like this. We have a social marketplace feed, and we have a business account. And so for a business account, when you post on the business account, you have Webacoins. You get Webacoin as a reward. Now, as a user, you don't post, but you rate a business sincerely. You rate a business and you say, fine, this is, you drop a comment, maybe you have engaged in the business before and say, this is what the business did, this is what the business is about. I mean, you help other people understand the business more, which a lot of social media platforms don't really have. They just have where people just want just advertise. But we want to get people who are actually known in the community. So first of all, I said we're using location. So just imagine someone in your location is well known to be an honest person and he's on the platform and he rates this business as top notch. I mean, you don't even need to ask any other person. Once you go on the platform, you see his rating on this business, you know that this person is being sincere and his rating is always top notch. And you know that this person is going to give you good reviews on that business. And so that's a reward system of Webercoin for a business account and for a user account. Now, what are the main problems Webercoin will solve? Webercoin, like we said, we are working on our ads network, Weber Hub. And so Weber Hub is solving the problem of data privacy. Data privacy in the sense that we are a decentralized system. We do not keep your data. We do not store your data. Hence, your data is being stored on nodes. Your data is being stored on the blockchain. And so when your data is being stored on the blockchain, the platform owners cannot take your data and use it however they want to. Your data can only be used by you, accessed by you. That is data privacy. Another part is community influence. Now, our community is going to have, or community voting, our community is going to have a real say in our platform, how we want it to be run, how we want things to happen. If our community says this is allowed, this is not allowed, we take a vote on it. I mean, democracy always moves things forward slowly, but it moves things forward. And on the long run, we can see that that's how we are going to move as a platform. That's one of the main problems we're going to solve. The other problem we're going to solve is people not getting rewards for using social media conventionally. And people use social media conventionally and they don't get rewarded for it. They just pay. You pay for data, you pay for your phone space, you pay for your phone, you pay for your light bills. And so we say, fine, why isn't there a reward system? We get something back for using the platform. And so Webercoin comes into our ad network of Weber Hub. Now, as a small business persona, how does the community business improvement help me? I need an in-depth explanation. Or in-depth explanation. You want me to write pieces? Okay. Well, there are different layers. I don't want to say all of the layers of our community business improvement model, but as a small business owner, let me give you an example of when you make a post online. Now, you post online, this is what you do as a small business owner. This is what you do. You post your immediate location. Now, from a question asked previously, you earn Webercoin. Now, you want to increase your range because as a normal post, you have a range, you have a radius. Now you want to increase your radius. Now, there are different things you can do. You can now do geotagging. You can now do a sponsored ad where your ad is going to be shown to a specific location of your choosing. Now, you could post your ad to whichever city, whichever country you like, depending on what you want to target your ad for. That's part of the customer business improvement model. And the other part as well is also voting. I mean, yeah, people are going to rate your business. People are going to rate what you do. People are going to say, this business, their customer service was very nice. People will say they liked the way these people presented their business, which is fine and good. Now, another thing we're going to add is voting. People are going to vote. Now, we are going to create a poll system where you, the business owner, would say, fine, I want to ask a question. I want to throw a question to the community. And I'll say, fine, do you like my shoes, brown or black? I throw that into the community and people are going to vote whether they like the type of shoes you make, brown or black. And you actually get an answer, which is it's a detailed feedback from people just liking your post or people just saying that, okay, fine, you do a good job. So you know that people really like your black shoes more than your brown shoes. So that's just an example of our customer business improvement model. Can't wait to use the platform. We can't wait to have you on the platform. I feel Faye Akande. Okay, I feel this person is a lawyer asking lengthy in-depth questions. That's really nice. Independent of the commission could be using a platform in conversion and means of advertising, saying that the current return on investment in conversion is at 2%. That's very good as well. I would say the commission, we don't want to say anything for now because one, we want people to use the platform. We want people to give us the price, as I would say, the price. We won't say we're putting 10 Weber coin per post, and then when it starts, we'll be like, oh, 10 was too much. No, let's start. And then as people come onto it, like I said, we are a community-based platform. And so when as people come onto it, we are going to say, fine, this is what we are giving as a commission for posting on the platform. And as the platform grows, as people join the platform, we will see that, okay, fine, we need to streamline this according to the number of people. We need to streamline it according to the number of businesses we have. And we just want to make people really enjoy this platform. We're not about the money. We're not about trying to fast track and just get Weber coins like maybe 100 while trying to say it's like it should be like $1,000. No, we want people to actually use this ads network to really get return on investment for their businesses. And the second part of the question, you said conventional means of the seeing that the current return on investment, is 2%. Yeah, conventional return on investment is 2%, and that would be because of the ads network that they are on. Now, I don't want to mention any specific social media platform or ads platform, but yes, I think 5 years ago, the return on investment you get for a $20 ad is different from what you get now. And that's because there are a lot of people on the platform. And our platform, I wouldn't want to speculate into the future, but I would say based on how we want to relate this, we want a closer relationship between the business and the customer. That's our goal. We want the business to have that entity, that face online that is very free, that the customer can chat with the business entity and to feel like a person. To feel like you're chatting with somebody, but it's a business entity. And so you can rate that entity based on itself, not on someone's personal profile, but rate that entity on itself. I believe this will give greater return on investment because while people follow people, if you check that on social media, we want our business profiles, we want our business accounts to feel like people on our platforms. Then you feel like these are people who are just businesses that just have, Google verifiable addresses, who have maybe CAC registration or corporate registration. So we believe that will give greater return on investment as well. Okay, I spoke about Weber coin as a token for rewards. Can I purchase them? If yes, what's the process? Yes, Weber coin, a token for rewards. Reward in the sense that this will be given to people who use the platform. And you can purchase them because once Weber coin is out, when you want to do a sponsored ad, you don't need to accumulate Weber coin from posting on the platform. You could buy Weber coin externally and still do a sponsored ad, and that's still fine. And to purchase Weber coin, you do that through an exchange. We are going to list the exchanges Weber coin will be out on after our ICO. We are working on that. We're working on getting Weber coin on various exchanges during the ICO. And we will list them. We will say Weber coin will be on this exchange in a matter of months or so time. And that would help you get Weber coin easily to post on the network. Now you said people get rewarded with Weber coin. Weber coin is just currency. Right? Yes, Weber coin is a digital cryptocurrency. as someone who is in other crypto savvy, what does it imply? How is it good news for me? Well, coin is good news for you because cryptocurrency doesn't follow any country's specific laws. Now, while this has been something people frowned on in the past, now it's something that people look forward to because I can give Weber coin to anybody in any part of the world. I don't need to give you dollar and then you have to think of how to convert it. Because we said, fine, let's think of a reward system. We don't want to build a platform that we are giving people only one currency and then they now have to think about how they will get the exchange to their local or fiat currency. Let's give in a universal currency, and that's why we said cryptocurrency. This cryptocurrency, Weber coin, will now enable you to get, will not enable you to distribute it into your fiat currency, whichever country you're in. I mean, you don't need to start looking for a dollar vendor. You don't need to start looking for a whole exchange, and it's done online. There are a lot of exchanges online that exchange it to BTC, fiat currency, whichever one you're interested in. And yeah, it is good news for you. It's good news for everybody. Like I said, in the past, it was frowned upon because people saw this as a way of hiding their goods and their assets. But now, I mean, people are declaring cryptocurrencies. People need cryptocurrencies because this actually helps facilitate business. I mean, I can do business with someone in China and I don't need to buy yen. This just makes life easy. Next, how long will you sell your ICO and when this one to Eastern Life Exchange? Okay, our ICO is going to run from the 28th of July to the 28th of August 2018. And within a few weeks after that, our ICO is starting our coin, Weber coin on different exchanges. This would help us, get circulation and also liquidity for our investors, people who believe in us, people who came forward and said, fine, here's our money. We want to invest in your project. We believe in your project. And we also believe in you guys as well. Is the Weber Hub platform compliant with the new GDPR laws, and how does that affect data gathering and data analytics? Thank you. That's a very good question. Now, GDPR laws, yes, our Weber Hub platform is actually compliant because one, we don't gather information, we don't gather personal information of our users. Now, if you check our light paper on our website, our connections are actually encrypted from user to the blockchain. So that means that as the platform providers, we don't have the content that you have shared. The content you have shared is actually encrypted, and it can only be decrypted by the key tied to your account. So we don't control your information, you control your information. That's why I mentioned we have data privacy, which is one of the things we are looking at. We don't want to be, I won't go into the big boys that have done some things, but we don't want to go into that line. We are giving your security back to you. We are giving your data back to you. And so, yeah, the GDPR laws would state that if you want to be, if this information, if you want it to be collected, you have to comply or reply with yes or no. Yes, our Weber Hub platform is actually compliant with that, but we are not gathering data on people to actually sell. We are all about data privacy and data security. And how would that affect analytics? That is very good. Now, you also asked the question about artificial intelligence before. Now, AI, in that part of analytics, we are not gathering information about the data you put in. We are just gathering information about the number of people that liked something to help someone's post do better. To help someone's post know better in a certain area, we won't gather who did it specifically, but I mean the number of likes you see there, anybody can just see there, and that's what we use AI to just calculate and know that okay, fine, this is what as marketing specialist, this is what you should focus on. This is what you should not focus on as a business. Okay, moving cryptocurrency is very volatile. Should I expect this volatile global coin? That's very good. Moving cryptocurrency is very volatile. Now, one thing we have noticed over the past 6 months is that Bitcoin is very volatile. That's the first cryptocurrency. And so the others following it are just as volatile. I mean, as Bitcoin goes up, they go up. As it goes down, it goes down. But what I've noticed over the past 6 months is we have cryptocurrencies that are winning off Bitcoin. We have cryptocurrencies who are not following Bitcoin's pattern. It means that they are following their own patterns. They are becoming independent. We're getting to that era of independent cryptocurrencies. Mind you, cryptocurrencies haven't been around for up to 10 years. See how much disruption they have caused in the world. See how much they have done already, blockchain technology. And they haven't been around for up to 10 years. And so, yes, the volatility issue is actually reducing, but cryptocurrencies are becoming stable. Why? Because people are now tying cryptocurrencies to different platforms. Our platform, for example, is going to tie our cryptocurrency to a stable platform. Now, this is going to make sure that Weber Coin grows as Weber Hub grows. It means that the more people that go on Weber Hub, the more value that this gives to Weber Coin, the more potential this gives to Weber Coin to become something great, something that we know it will be, something that we want to show the world that this is what Weber Coin and our platform, our ads network can be. I mean, we already know what we have in mind, but we have to show what's up here. We have to show what's up here. I want the application ready for use. Thank you. That's a very interesting question. Ready for use. Now, we have applications that we are testing, that we are developer testing, and so they will be ready for use very soon. And before the ICO starts, or just as the ICO starts, we are also going to release the platform for people to also test and for people to see how interactive it is. So our MVP, good news, our MVP is going to be released on our ICO. I hope I'll see some people dancing in the comment section. At least we can start testing there. But yes, our MVP will be released during the comment section, during the ICO. Oh, Faye Akande. Oh, yeah, you're very welcome. Fine. I hope that you invest as well. I see that we have we have answered a lot of questions. We have done a lot of ways. How fast will you bring people on board? Yes, how fast we bring people on board is down to our marketing strategies, such as we are giving. We want to start testing with small and medium scale businesses to get them on board. We are actually going to have outreaches where we test the platform, test what we're doing, and make sure that people know what we're doing. We're going to also sensitize people more about cryptocurrencies, about Weber Coin, about exactly what we're doing. And with that, I thank you for everything. I thank you guys for asking the questions and for everything. Our 30 minutes is up. 30 minutes Ask Me Anything session. Thank you all, and hope to see all of you soon. And